Good morning, students. Today's topic is electric field due to uniformly charged solid sphere, which is non-conducting. Solid sphere, non-conducting. Yesterday we discussed sphere only, but it is a hollow sphere, or it is called shell, or same is applicable to conducting sphere. Yesterday's topic. There is a small variation. Now it is a solid sphere, non-conducting, right? Then how to proceed? This is a solid sphere of radius. Solid sphere of radius, capital R. Some charge is given to this sphere. Q charge is given to this sphere. That Q charge distribute uniformly on the surface. Sorry, it is a solid non-conducting, right? Non-conducting. So how it distributes? It distributes throughout its volume. It distributes throughout its volume. This is one of the important point. Distributes throughout its volume. Yesterday, it is conducting sphere or shell, where the charge is distributed on the surface. But now it is a solid sphere, non-conducting. Charge, whenever we give it, that distributes throughout its volume, right? So whenever distributed throughout its volume, here, what is R? Radius of sphere, right? For this type of distribution, what they give you, they give volume, charge, density. They give volume charge density. Volume charge density means what? Total charge by volume. Total charge by volume. Like Q is the charge given to this. Where Q is the charge given. Our aim is to find out what is the electric field due to this sphere at different points, right? First thing, point outside due to this sphere, point outside of the sphere, point outside of the sphere, right? See here, radius of the sphere is R. This is the center. I am taking a point P here, which is at a distance smaller from the center of the sphere. Always we take distances from the center, because whenever we are talking about charged spheres, we suppose that charge is concentrated at the center, right? So from the center, distance is R. Now, to apply Gauss law, few steps we follow. What is the first step? What is the direction of the field? It is a spherical charged body. Direction of the field is radially outward. This is direction of the field E. Okay. What is this second step? Assume a Gaussian surface or draw a Gaussian surface. Here already I draw. This is a Gaussian surface which is passing through this point, right? A Gaussian surface is drawn passing through the point. How that Gaussian surface comes? Gaussian surface also, it has to include the sphere symmetric about the center. So what is the shape? Shape of the Gaussian surface is also like a sphere. So this Gaussian surface is also like a spherical shell. This is sphere, hollow sphere, right? Second step completed. What is the third step? Divide this Gaussian sphere into small area elements. The surface of the Gaussian sphere is divided into small elements. Take one such element. This is one such element. I took one such element here. One such element once element is taken, what is its area vector for that surface element? Draw the area vector. See here, if I draw the area vector is perpendicular to that surface element, and this is area vector, this is E vector. How those two are parallel, right? So construction part is over. Take a point, draw a Gaussian surface passing through that point, divide that Gaussian surface into small elements, draw the area vector, and then see the angle between field vector and area vector at that point. This is construction points to follow when we are applying Gauss law, right? Then, so here P is a point. P is a point outside of the sphere. Sphere at a distance r from the center. Right? Second thing, what we did, a Gaussian, a spherical Gaussian surface is drawn just passing through point P. Spherical Gaussian surface is drawn passing through that point P. As shown in figure. As shown, or such that O as center. Draw. Next. Then apply Gauss law. According to Gauss law, what Gauss law says? Total flux through the Gaussian surface total flux through that Gaussian surface, which is E dot ds is equal to Q enclosed by epsilon naught. Is it not the formula? Total flux through this Gaussian surface, which is E dot ds, integral E dot ds is equal to Q enclosed by epsilon naught. Well, next, E dot ds, E I am taking it out. See, if you want to write one more step, this is EDS cos 0, because see here, angle between E and ds is 0. Those two are parallel. EDS cos 0, integral of is equal to Q enclosed. Okay, I write same Q enclosed by epsilon naught, right? On this Gaussian sphere, at every point, E is constant, right? Because see the distance from here to here are because it is symmetrical. A Gaussian symmetrical surface, spherical surface, at every point on the surface, E is same, right? So it is a constant. Take it out. E integral of ds Q enclosed by epsilon naught, right? Integral of ds E already we discussed. Integral of ds means adding all the surface elements of this Gaussian sphere. Whenever we add all the surface elements, that gives surface area of the Gaussian sphere. Surface area of the Gaussian sphere. What is surface area? 4 pi r square. For a Gaussian sphere, because its radius is r, right? 4 pi r square. What is Q enclosed? Can I write it as Q? See, this total sphere is enclosed in. So whatever the charge inside of it, that is completely enclosed in the Gaussian sphere. So charge enclosed is total Q by epsilon naught. Then E is equal to, see there, bring this 4 pi r square here, 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q by r square. This is the formula for the field at outside point. If you see that formula, yesterday also we got the same formula for the spherical shell. So for the spherical shell or solid sphere, non-conducting, at outside point, field is same, formula is same, right? Come on, note down. Well, see here we write that formula for E, expression of E in terms of charge. Sometimes they ask that expression in terms of volume charge density. Can we write? They write it in terms of rho, volume charge density, right? We'll try. See what formula we have? E is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught q by r square. I want to write in terms of rho. Can I write it like this? 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught q is equal to v into rho. V rho by r square. What is V? 4 by 3 pi r cube. That V is volume of what? Volume of this sphere. Volume of this sphere. 4 by 3 pi r cube into rho by r square. Then cancellations, 4 pi, 4 pi. Then what we get? E is equal to what remains here? Rho r cube by rho r cube by 3 here epsilon naught r square. This is an expression for E at outside point in terms of rho. Rho means volume charge density, right? Simple. You remember this formula. If they ask it in terms of rho, in place of volume, you substitute the volume of this sphere when point is outside. Come on, note down. Then we move on to next. So point outside, okay. Now, what is the field at a point on the surface? Point outside, sometimes what I told you, they give in such a way. R is greater than R. In the heading, you include it. R is greater than R. Next. For the point on the surface of sphere. Point on the surface of sphere. See, simple way is what? See here. Now, what is the diagram for that? Where is the point now? Point is here. on the surface. Point on the surface of the sphere. From the center to the point, distance is smaller. So point on the surface of the sphere. What is the condition? Smaller is equal to Kepler. Smaller is equal to Kepler. Then E is equal to E on the surface. Come on. We know what is E at outside. 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q by R square. Just we derive. 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q by R square is the field at outside point, delivery point. Whenever that point comes onto the surface, the distance smaller equal to Kepler. Substitute it. Then this becomes E on the surface 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q by, in place of smaller, Kepler. That's it. This is an expression. Right. If the E surface is asked in terms of volume charge density, so at outside we have volume charge density. At outside point, we know volume charge density is rho r cube by 3 epsilon naught r square. Just we derived it. So what is the condition when the point is in on the surface? Then E on the surface. Condition is what? Smaller is equal to Kepler. Rho r cube by 3 epsilon naught. Here also we take r square. R cube, r square. What remains? E on surface. See there, rho r by 3 epsilon naught. This is in terms of volume charge density. So this is second condition. Point on the surface. Next. Come on, take a screenshot. Third one. What is the third point? Point inside the sphere. Inside the sphere. Now, third one is point inside this sphere. Condition is what? R is less than R. Okay. See here. Point is inside. How the diagram is? Now the point is not here. Where is the point now? Point is inside. I'm taking that point here, or you can take the point here. Comparison, if you want to do, you take the point here. This is the point. So whenever point is here, if you draw a Gaussian surface, that Gaussian surface comes like this, right? Gaussian surface. If I draw a point, Gaussian surface, this is Gaussian surface passing through the point which is inside. For this point, if I draw the Gaussian surface, this is the Gaussian surface. If you see this Gaussian surface, it has come in. So what is Q enclosed? Is it total Q? See the diagram. Only some part of the charge enclosed in. This Gaussian surface is also like a sphere whose radius is R. It includes only some amount of charge. That is the charge enclosed, right? So whenever inside point, the thing is, what is the charge enclosed? If you know, then the problem is solved. Come on, tell me what is the charge enclosed in? Charge enclosed. Q inside. Q enclosed. We know for this sphere, volume charge density is rho. Volume charge density means what? Charge per unit volume, rho. Then volume enclosed. This volume enclosed. Volume enclosed. Enclosed volume. Right. This is rho. What is volume enclosed? 4 by 3 pi smaller q. This volume enclosed. This volume enclosed. Right? First one. And this rho can also be written as q by v into 4 by 3 pi r cube. Q by v. V is volume of the total. Q by v. In the total volume, there is a charge capital Q. So rho is total charge by total volume. V. What it is? 4 by 3 pi r cube. Is this point clear? Rho is total charge by total volume. This is total volume of the sphere. Q is the charge given. So can I write Q by 4 by 3 pi r cube into 4 by 3 pi r cube. Is it not the one? Right? What are the cancellations? 4 by 3 pi, 4 by 3, sorry, here it is, smaller q, then q r cube by r. This is q enclosed. Right? Then, what is the field? See, according to Gauss law, flux through that Gaussian sphere, flux through this Gaussian sphere, pi integral E dot ds is equal to q enclosed by epsilon naught. Yes, sir. See this Gaussian sphere. Here ds vector comes in this direction. E vector also comes in the same direction. For any spherical surface, E and ds are parallel. So see here, E integral of ds q enclosed by epsilon naught. E integral of ds. Integral of ds. See there. For which Gaussian surface? for this Gaussian surface. What is its radius? R, right? So what is the formula? 4 pi r square, right? 4 pi r square. Already we find here what is Q enclosed. Q r cube by capital R cube. Q small r cube by capital R cube. Right? Any cancellations on either side? Here r square, r cube. Only one r remains. Then E is equal to Q. Can I write like this? Here something missing. Epsilon naught. Okay. 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught. 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught. Q r by r cube. This is the expression. Right? Come on, note down. Next, can we write this E in terms of rho? E in terms of rho, right? How can we write? See here. Well, in place of that Q, in place of this Q, we want to write that E in terms of rho. Completed noting down? Well, see what you have. E is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q r by r cube. We know Q is equal to V rho. V means 4 by 3 pi r cube rho. Right? Substitute this here. E 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught, or simply you can do one thing without all this. See here. Can I write this as Q by 4 pi? Okay. Not necessary. We keep like that only. 0 4 by 3 pi r cube rho. Substitute it here to avoid the confusion. 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught. Q is what? 4 by 3 pi r cube rho. What do you mean? Small r by r cube. What are the cancellations? 4 pi, 4 pi. Then what remain? E is equal to, see, rho r by below 3 epsilon naught. Rho r by 3 epsilon naught. This is field inside in terms of rho. So you cannot, sometimes we cannot remember these formulas, but procedure you remember. How to find in terms of rho? Take the formula, find the charge enclosed or charge, the total charge in terms of rho, substitute it. Right. That's it. Come on, note down. Summarize it and prepare one table and graph. For 3, see, this is the sphere. Center, point 1, point 2, point 3. Point 1. Point inside. Point 2. Here. Point on surface. Point 3. Point outside. Point outside. See, what is the E value? E in. E in. What we got? 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught q small r by r cube. Just check out once. And point on the surface. E surface. 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught q by r square. Capital R square. Point outside. 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught q by small r square. These are the formulas we got. So if you are asked a graph, see here, E in q constant, capital R constant, 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught constant. E is proportional to smaller. Outside, see how E out is related with R. 1 by R square. Then try to draw the graph. E and R. Already we practiced. This line refers this part inside, this part